All right, the time has finally come. I can finally talk about the European pack for Planet Zoo, and I can finally start recording episodes because today it is actually being released, and I am so excited because this is still one of the most gorgeous Zoo Tycoon games that ever has existed, and I love how realistic the animals look, and I love how much it just shows the wonders of our natural world in a way that people can really interact with and play with. And I think that this is just phenomenal that we get so many updates and so many new animals for the game, because I just imagine what it would have been like to be little mini Siri as a tiny little kid again and playing this. It would have just brought it all like more to life than the Zoo Tycoon 2 games did, though I loved them. I am not like bashing on them whatsoever. And so whenever there's a new pack released, I always get so excited because I just think about the inspiration that that might give basically anyone who plays it to care more about the world that we share. And today we're going to be working with a European lynx for the first time. These are all actually animals that I have never seen in person. They're all European animals, which is one factor to that, but I've just never seen a lynx in any kind of sanctuary, any kind of rescue, any kind of zoo, because again, it's a European lynx. Why would we have European lynx in a rescue unless people had been like breeding them over here? So yeah, I haven't seen a European lynx. I haven't seen fallow deer, which are the other new animal coming in. I haven't seen a badger. I have never seen a badger in real life, which is so weird because we do have badgers in North America. I think they're more of a Canadian thing, though Michigan will try to claim that there's still badgers around there, but nobody's seen them for like decades. But I haven't seen a badger. I haven't seen a fire salamander, though I have seen a lot of really cool salamanders in the Appalachian Mountains around here. Props for them, including the hellbender. And I have not seen, let's see, the ibex, to my knowledge. I may have seen an ibex, and let's see, this one's gonna in particular be an alpine ibex. I may have seen an ibex, but I'm often struggling with the hoofed animals. I'm just gonna admit it, because sometimes if you squint, they all kind of look a little bit similar, except the kudu with their twirly horns. So I'm still working on like memorizing which like ungulate is which ungulate sometimes, but I'm pretty sure I haven't seen any of them, so it's going to be really fresh and new to see all these animals for me. And there's going to be like a Christmas market and all sorts of cool new features that have been added into the actual game, especially the like coaches and the ferry, which are new entry points for people to be able to like show up in your zoo. The coaches, which are buses, and the buses and ferries don't actually like move, but you can kind of pretend they do, and they're bringing people into your zoo, which I think is really cool. That's going to be a fun feature. Also, the new features with the update are going to include being able to make memorials for your animals who pass away, the new shops, so you don't have to have that shop shell anymore, and I can have my immersive gameplay that I love so much. This is going to be awesome. I need to pull up our December patron list now so that I can go ahead and prep some new zookeepers, because I like to have all that immersive roleplay gameplay where we make all of the zookeepers and the shops named after our patrons, and then I need to pull up one of my other Planet Zoo videos and put it in the random comment generator on like pickawinner.com, which is what I use whenever I'm doing my random comments. That's what does it, so it's like fair. But I need to do that and get ready to like name people from the comments, like animal name, like name the animals after people in our comments. And I'm just really excited. I put on my jingle earrings today so that I could have kind of like a Christmas jingle all the way feel. To my aghast horror, apparently I don't have poinsettia like earrings, which kind of surprised me. And at first I was like, I wonder if there's a cute shop on Etsy that might sell some. But then guys, I remembered I have all of that clay craft supplies hiding in my closet, so I just might try making myself my own poinsettia or holly earrings that we can wear in the Christmas spirit. And I'm really excited about this. It's just so fun. It's like getting a new book or something like that. Just the beginning of a new adventure. So all right, I'm gonna go ahead and dive in and get the first episodes done so I can get them up on time. Yes, and done with the first episode, which was ridiculously adorable because they did an amazing job on the Lynx. I really feel like they've been giving a lot more care to the baby animals in Planet Zoo lately, so they really feel very distinctive from the adults, not like mini adults, but they really represent what the babies and juveniles for those different species actually look like. The Lynx is gorgeously done. I forgot how Lynx cubs have kind of like really weird heads. They're sort of long with those big giant ears, making them like disproportionately huge. Do we have sand cats? I don't think we have sand cats in Planet Zoo yet, but I really want to get sand cats. I'm going to be so intrigued to see what else they add in now that we have a burrowing system as well. But I'm rambling all over the place because I'm so excited. But I am processing and uploading the first episode, getting ready to maybe make a few more. It's going to be really interesting because if you do the scenario zoo, which is called Alpine, like Alpine Retreat or something like that, it took me a little while to realize that like the name Alpine is alpine, like the biome. I didn't realize that till I was processing the episode, and I was like, really, Siri? It took you that long to like catch on? You love puns. But if you play that scenario, one of the hardest things to cope with is the fact that there are like 700 employees and they are draining the money faster than you can make it. So I can't even make progress in the scenario because I'm frantically trying to figure out how to make money. So we're gonna try my favorite tactics to use money, or to make money in Planet Zoo, which unfortunately means firing a bunch of people. Sorry, I feel so bad firing them before Christmas at the Christmas market. I'm a horrible person right now. I'm gonna pretend I can just rehire them in the future. And then putting down a whole bunch of exhibit species that breed fast so that I can sell those exhibit species as quickly as possible to generate a little side income while we wait for like the number of guests to balance out so that we can actually have a sustainable zoo. But it's going to be a really fun challenge because I really like those scenarios when we introduce a new DLC on the Planet Zoo like games we play, because like I've mentioned with Sims, having that conflict and challenge is a natural story building tool. And if everything is just always easy forever and ever and ever, it really becomes a little bit more challenging to tell a story. It can be done, but it becomes challenging to kind of tell a story while you're playing along. So I'm going to be working on that in just a moment, but also look at what Chips made us. He made us some amazing cinnamon raisin bread, and it's vegan cinnamon raisin bread made super low sugar. There's only like a tablespoon and a half of sugar in the entire thing, which means that the bread really stands out and lets its own natural sweetness show off. It's so pretty and it's so delicious, and you put it on a little kitty cat plate and brought it to me as a treat. I'm so spoiled by him. He makes such amazing food. We had the most amazing tofu last night that he prepared, and then we watched like walkthrough videos on our TV while we ate it of people who just do these beautiful like HDR 4K quality walking tours on YouTube. Silent, they don't talk, they just kind of walk with the camera, and it's on a nice stable gimbal of Tokyo and of different parts of China, and just talked about how cool it would be to travel there. There's a lot of vegan food in both places that we could find. It was just a really great night, and I just somehow ended up rambling about how much I love my husband again. Whoops. But alright, I'm going to dive back in and try to record some more of all of these things. And I'm also going to try to remember to sketch into my joy journal some of those ideas I talked about earlier of maybe making my own earrings out of the clay and just seeing how that goes. Because, you know, I would like to have poinsettia earrings, but instead of buying them, it might be really fun to try to make them first. Well, think about that. I'm eager to start experimenting with some new crafts with whatever time I have in between doing all of these videos, but we'll talk about that later. Yay! Chips made me some tasty oatmeal that I can have for lunch. Oh, we just got back from our walk. It was so pretty. I'm so ready to like settle in and try to dive into all of the big projects that we have. But first I'm going to eat my tasty oatmeal, and I'm going to be honest, I'm probably going to have a nap. Oh my gosh, what is this? A scarecrow feeder! You guys, that's so precious! That is so precious! Oh, I'm so in love. Oh my gosh, it's dead. Okay, that was amazing. Alright, now that I'm done recording the New Planet Zoo episode, I need to go ahead and build a series! I've got to go through all my different layers, and I want to make a poinsettia series, and instead of doing the pointy hair, I'm going to go with the heart hair, because I think that's a little nice. And then, oh wait, I already have a poinsettia series right over here, yay! Except she doesn't have the face. She's got her face locked, unfortunately, so I'm going to need to go back. And then a long time ago when I commissioned this, one of the pieces made was a poinsettia. So I'm going to wiggle in here and carefully carve that out. Alright, we're going to go ahead and copy that. And then we're going to pop back over here. And we're going to make a new layer. And we're going to grab our poinsettia. And there we go. I've got to arrange it a little bit better, but I think that will be perfect. Oh, there we go. For our little alpine overlay. Perfect. So I have finally finished recording 4 of the episodes of our New Planet Zoo. I want to do a little bit more later today, but my voice is beginning to give out, so it's time to make myself some nice hot tea. I'm going to take a little bit of a break, maybe just relax for a few minutes and look up some more cool information about Eurasian lynxes. This is definitely a challenge, but I think it's going to be one of the first challenge zoos I can actually finish really, like, quickly, because I've learned so much over the last 2 years of playing Planet Zoo that hopefully my skills will be adequate, and then we can start working on one of my all-time favorite zoos over on the gaming channel, Ice Outpost, which I have missed a lot. But for now, I'm going to take a quick breath and get some tea, and maybe even start working on the thumbnails for the future episodes, because as soon as I finish recording a few more of these, we still have today's Wildberry episode for Vlogmas, and we still have the vlogs I'm behind on for here on the vlog channel, and basically a ton of adventures. But I'm feeling great. I'm feeling like this morning has just been really super productive, and it'll be easy for me to feel comfortable, like, yes, I can go ahead and unwind and relax with chips later this evening. And I'm actually starting to feel like, oh, the schedule's filling up a little bit. I might actually finally have time to sort of start poking at those crafts I want to try to do. Hobbies! What a foreign concept.